As sports fans, we are prone to believe that championships are won and greatness is born in front of our eyes, at the crescendo of one magical moment, where athletes conjure their inner will, invoke a desperation for glory, and combine a lifetime worth of skill earned through blood, sweat, and tears with a little help from Lady Luck. The truth is that champions and championships are forged when no one is looking. The dark, the cold, often in solitude and at the cost of great sacrifice. Enter the dynasty of CrossFit Mayhem and Rich Froning Jr. From a humble beginning, Froning became a champion. Humility became his bedrock as he went on to make history. Over a decade later, a foundation of values that upheld Froning's personal legacy, faith, family, fitness, and service, have been shared with 4 championship team rosters. And a worldwide and diverse community of athletes that continues to grow like wildfire. As Rich and CrossFit Mayhem began the hunt for a 5th team championship at the 2021 CrossFit Games, they were joined by more than 50 Mayhem athletes, competing across a dozen divisions.
1, 2, 3,
Royce, done.
They're gonna f up my name for sure. There's no chance. Samuel, como you?
Without fail, the opening days of the CrossFit Games week generates an avalanche of emotions, confusion, and logistical hurdles for all athletes.
Wait for Taylor to get here. Taylor, get here tonight, and then we could go. She had PA school, and they only let her off. She had to
I'm looking over there, I'm like, all right, so there's a lot of things moving fast, but I was like, the old 3-man team, I was like, bold move by Mayhem.
She had to apply, like 3 or 4 months ago to get these 2 or 3 days off from school, or else you're out.
The jitters and excitement of the impending tests are compounded by opposing forces. The athletes' desire to settle in, gain control of what they can, and punch their mandatory checklists, and still enjoy their moment while connecting with friends and rivals.
We can confirm the water is really gross.
Yeah. When I was getting out of the water, like, I don't know if it was the water or me or all of it, but there was a stench. I didn't notice it going in, but coming out, it was like a stench. I was like, are we in is this like where the septic tanks drain to or something? Like, why are we in this water?
Like, I was swimming and I would breathe and slap. They were pretty big waves. It's gonna be like a 90-minute kayak. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's really far.
It's
like 30 minutes to kayak a mile apparently.
I'm not as anxious, honestly. I feel peaceful, but I'm more excited than I am anxious. Yeah, I'm excited to get to the kayak. I think the swim's gonna be challenging in its own way, just because, not necessarily the distance, because we swim that in practice, but the choppiness and the fins and the mass start, it's gonna be wild. So I'm gonna be really excited when I get to the kayak, and then I'm gonna remember that it's 3 miles. We're gonna take a deep breath and we're just gonna keep going.
Has your training rendered you ready for anything? It's the foundational question to be answered if athletes wish to contend with the fittest on earth. And the athlete's very first test would bring their preparation and adaptability into full view.
We are ready for the opening event for both the men and the women here at the 2021 Noble CrossFit Games, and this is the type of test that we are used to seeing kick things off at the Games.
This is a classic way to kick off the CrossFit Games. We're getting outside the box, we're getting in the water, and we have a new implement with that kayak as the paddle portion of this starting event.
It's so amazing to be here and such an honor and opportunity, but at the same time, you have to keep in mind that you're with the greatest athletes in the world. Do I belong out there? I don't know. I've never stepped on the competition floor by myself.
And with that, the 2021 Noble CrossFit Games are underway.
Come on, Haley!
Haley Adams.
Amazing! You smashed it! Dude, you smashed it! Didn't even hit. Got it. And that kayak was so long and boring. I just was trying to figure it out the whole time, it felt like. But I think I got 5th in that event, so that was a good start to the weekend.
I think it's good, no?
Heck yeah.
Honestly, my swim is just my speed.
You got out of the water
Far.
20th maybe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no,
dude,
I push hard.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, it's my speed. I just need speed in the water.
Canada's Sam Cornier's competition was off to a good start. And while Sam's speed in the water may need some fine-tuning, it would appear that Event 2 was custom-built for his unique blend of talents.
It was cool to hit my workout, win my heat, being the first one to cross the finish line, and being able to just turn around and watch everybody finish was kind of cool. And when I did that, I was like, all right, I want that feeling more often.
Heat number 1 of Event 2 is underway. Sam Cornier has made the turn after his first set of 12 bar muscle-ups. He is your leader. Cornier all by himself out front, and Sam Cornier making a statement early here. Cornier is in, and he will take Heat 1 in convincing fashion. Sam Cornier.
Yeah, it was fun. Mayhem Athletes, baby. Feels good. Finally, it's not over yet. There's a second heat, but yeah, it's good. It's good. Muscle ups held up. A lot better than I expected. Not as good as I hoped today.
In this world, simple seldom means easy. The third test of the CrossFit Games was as simple as they come, a good old-fashioned foot race.
Haley Adams on the right. Don't know how much speed she has for an event like this.
Sam Cornier looks like he's out front early. Brent Fikowski passing him.
Haley Adams still keeping pace with Tia Toomey.
1:24.43 seconds. That's the time to beat.
It doesn't matter what people say or think. I'm fast and I'm gonna go do it, and she did it. She crushed it. She came in 3rd on a 550-yard sprint.
Unknown and unknowable. It's a descriptive requirement of events that test for the fittest on Earth, and the logistical fabric that ties the competition together. On the North Park at the opening ceremonies, Dave Castro unveiled the first unknown event of the competition.
All athletes will do this event with the wall walk. The individual version is 10 down to 1. The second movement is another movement that we all love to hate, the thruster. This is the final event for the individuals today. Teams and age groupers will do something similar tomorrow. Welcome to the CrossFit Games.
I would say overall I was really happy with how I did on the thruster event. That's a heavier thruster for me, especially being on the short bar. So to be able to sneak in, I think 11th or 10th was pretty big, and I felt like I did the best that I could on that event.
Wall walks are, I don't know why, I mean, they're so hard for me. Like, if you ask, well, hey, Sam, what is your 2 best movement in CrossFit? It's handstand walk, it's strict handstand push-ups. And it's kind of like a mix of them, but I don't know why. I'm not good at it, and they were awful. It's probably one of the hardest workouts I did in my life, actually.
I think she came out of that workout and she said, I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of how I did. I was definitely feeling, in the beginning, a little bit nervous because the barbell felt heavy. But she still moved it well, 0, no reps. And it's awesome, just totally awesome.
Just a lot of excitement finishing the day in 2nd. There were 4 big events and she did really well, and actually all of them, even like a sprint, she came in 3rd in that, which was incredible. So spirits were really high. I know going in, the next day was a rest day, that she was itching to get back out there, like kind of didn't really want the rest day, like let's just keep going. So there was definitely momentum going into day 2.
I'm still very, very proud of that. That workout slightly would have terrified me last year, and it kind of did this year too. I just kept it quiet. Like, it's fun. It smells heavy, it's fine.
Haley Adams, who was off to a strong start, loved the pitches Castro was throwing so far. Her comfort level high, she took time to meet with fans and celebrate one day down.
Did you just run here?
Yes.
Want me to sign yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use this one.
Every athlete's story is different, but to an individual, the path to success is never linear. So goes the story of Bailey Rail and her meandering, sometimes up, often down, but always interesting road to competing at the CrossFit Games in 2021 as an individual.
I was in Boston at a Noble shoot, and I woke up that morning and I got an email saying that I made it to the semifinal. Not only a semifinal, but the one that I get to do with Tyler. This is my first time doing any of this, and so I'm looking at the leaderboard like, I don't know that it's going to be enough to even get into the top 5. And then seeing my name at the top of the leaderboard, I'm like, something's wrong.
Nobody thought Bailey Rail was going to do as well as she did. She has an event win. She's going to the CrossFit Games for the first time as an individual as a result of her performance at the Atlas Games.
I don't know how to feel, really.
Excited.
I didn't think it was possible, but I guess God can do anything. Just giving me a little bit more confidence of like, you do belong here. Because in quarterfinals, it was quite the opposite. So like I put my front squat score in and it kicked me all the way from 18th to 137. 207, 207, 207, 207 pounds. I just knew that if I gave it my all, and I knew that I gave it my all in training, I was happy with that. Confidence, not necessarily like statistic-wise, but more of like, I know I have everything that I can give out there, and that's what I'm gonna do. I knew that I was prepared and I leaned on that. Like I knew that if I went out there, I'm gonna give it my best and that's it. Like I have to be happy with that.
On Thursday, the teams began their assault on the ultimate test of fitness. While the competition of the field was different than in years past, one thing remained consistent: Rich Froning Jr. and CrossFit Mayhem Freedom.
There's going to be some teams freak out. I mean, I don't think any team here has. There's probably 3 or 4 teams that have 4 good swimmers, but Taylor's competent in the water. Like, she's not going to be super fast, but she'll be fun.
One thing that is not unknown this year, who the top dogs in this competition are, and that is CrossFit Mayhem Freedom. Andrea Nisler and Taylor Williamson will hand things off to Rich Froning and Chase Hill, and they will have some work to do to catch up here. Rich Froning and Chase Hill crossing the finish line together, and an event win for CrossFit Mayhem Freedom.
And then I got out of the water and I turned around and see Chase. I was like, son of a, now I gotta go fast on the kayak.
I don't know, I gave myself a high hope.
I was like, let's go top 10. And then when we were in the lead, I was like, okay. And then I was like, don't let Chase catch you on the kayak. Don't let Chase catch you on the kayak.
The girls section, it wasn't swimming, it was water wrestling.
It seemed that way.
I was in the pack the whole time, and it was like that.
Good and warmed up now. Ready to bar muscle it.
It is one of the most infamous implements in the team competition. Big Bob is back. Mayhem, an 18-point lead over Pro 1 for the first 3 events in the team competition. Rich, your gym has individual championships, team championships, age group championships. Why is your program so effective?
We just have good people, good support group, Mayhem Nation, and then just really good athletes around all the time.
Yeah, we got so close. I didn't know that team was beside us. I kept looking to the right. I thought there was a team on the right side. And then we take off running, and all of a sudden there's a team right here.
CrossFit Games nights in the Coliseum are custom built for extraordinary moments. There's a voracious enthusiasm that emanates from the fittest fans on earth all year round. In this festival atmosphere of the CrossFit Games, where the global community brings their collective burning passions to bear in the same place at the same time once a year, the resultant surge of energy is electric.
You could kind of see it on Andrea's face where she didn't want to have to push, so she was kind of telling me, hey, we need to slow down the wall walks because, you know, we can't catch them. And I was like, no, we're going to catch them.
In 2021, despite a career full of greatest hits, Rich Froning, alongside teammate Andrea Nisler, just may have PR'd his list of all-time greats in the finale of the Thruster Wall Walk event.
Hold back for a second, let's go, we're gonna go for 7. We got to 5 and I think the crowd started to feel what we were gonna do. And, man, that was one of the cooler moments that I've had, especially the coolest moment I've had, I think, in Madison by far.
Wow! Froning and Nisler looking like they're going to try to go unbroken. 1 rep remains. Froning and Nisler saved the best for last.
First time in history for a team to have a perfect first day.
I mean,
What do you think about that?
it's incredible to watch them tweak it, and just that's what he does. He knows how to tweak it. But the crowd, like he said, that got him going, so that was the best.
That crowd was cool.
It was my top team moment ever, and that was
fun.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's up there on one of mine, on just how fired up everybody was.
One of the best crowd moments ever.
Yeah, heck yeah, that was cool.
What did you say to her on the way to the barbell?
I was like, we're gonna go for 7. She was like, I was like, but slow down. Like, we don't need to rush it, because if we rushed it, then it was, I mean, 7 was, that was it. You know, like, that's all I had.
You ain't got no misses.
I ain't got nothing left. Yeah, I got 7.
Wow.
So that was fun. That crowd, like I told them earlier, like if that crowd's not there, there's no way that's happening.
Oh no,
so that was the last 2 reps. I couldn't even feel my body.
Dad, duct tape now.
They may need the athletic tape on the bottom though, because the duct tape's going to slip.
On the Charger, save tires.
Hey, don't make it like that first one. That's what's costing me those hits.
Hey, how was my coaching on you?
True. Honestly, you wanted to touch me. You wanted to do the all on the hips thing. You were trying to do the all on the hip swing thing.
Did it work?
Did it work? Did it work? Here, it's all in the hips. That's what you're going for.
Uncrustable.
You want me to eat that?
Dang it.
Spirits were high at Camp Mayhem in the RV park after Thursday came to a close. But despite a strong start in the first day of competition, the same could not be said for Sam Cornier the following morning, as he faced an adversity that was beyond his control.
At midnight, everything starts. Threw up all the food that I ate in the day. Like, I can say what I ate. Everything was there. 1:30, threw up again. 2:40, 3:10, 4:30. After that, was all right, I need to do something. It's not normal. And so we decided to wait a little bit. And after that, I still threw up 2 more times. So we just decided to bring me to the medical team. Honestly, I've been sick in the past, but I don't remember throwing up that much in my life.
I wasn't thinking top 30 on Friday. I was thinking top 20. And I had like the dream Friday, like everything went well. I went out of the table with the Hy-Vee at 10:30-ish, 10:15. Go back right to the warm-up area. Didn't warm up. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to try something.
The second and final heat of event 5 is underway. Royce Dunn has the time to beat.
First one was actually not that bad, but after that, my body just hit the wall. And I remember a couple, like probably 2 or 3 rope climbs. I was at the top of the rope climb. I have to hold on for like 3-5 seconds because I was blacking out.
Official my time, my score sheet was 12:01. I'll be looking out to see if it holds up.
Yeah.
I could use 10 grand. Basically recovery ski. And then I was touching going those road climbs.
Also, the jump made no sense. I'd rather do an extra bite from the floor than jump. There was way less gas, and I could just keep going, keep going.
Honestly, there's a little bit of like antsiness to get back on the field. We're used to, you know, obviously Mayhem's used to a lot of volume, so the day off, she didn't really need it, but we're excited to be back out on the competition floor. Yeah, just do what she knows to do, what she does every day in the barn. Really excited about this one.
Haley Adams is going to come across in 3rd place in the event.
Coming in 3rd place, that was a great workout for her, and we knew it was going to be, so she felt really good.
It's almost like the late 90s Yankees. They're just so good, you want to hate them, but you have to respect them. Mayhem is the only team on the Big Bob. Cross the line, 5 for 5. The chase for perfection lives as we start day 2 in Madison. CrossFit Mayhem, 6 for 6 in Madison.
We just do a lot of fitness and try to talk in between things and just kind of watch each other. I think we all have trained together enough that we can kind of tell by body language where everybody's at, how they're feeling, and we have 4 really fit people, so it helps.
A new day brought with it new dramas for the athletes to face and overcome, as mixed competition results left some of the Mayhem squad exuberant and others tormented. In the Coliseum, the clean event would prove to be a linchpin moment for the games. Dreams would be made and broken by 10 barbells and 15 painful minutes.
They announced that it was going to not only be 1 heavy clean ladder with some running, but 2 heavy clean ladders with some running. It's like, uh-oh.
When I started clean ladder, I was like, dang, how am I supposed to clean an heavy barbell right now?
Absolute worst case scenario. It's not just 1, it's 2, so this is terrifying. I knew I was probably going to take a hit in those events, and I've gotten stronger, but still, like, that field of women is really strong, and I knew that I definitely wouldn't have the best finishes in that event, and it was going to knock me down.
Haley Adams back to the barbell, and this is not good for Haley Adams, who right now sits in 4th place.
After that, I saw the 2nd clean ladder. I'm like, oh my, there's no way I can clean that. So I was like, all right, I guess I have to ride draw right now. I mean, I don't want to hurt myself.
Like, nah, screw that, Sam. Like, they just made the run shorter. It's no longer a cardio workout. You can clean that weight. I was like, if you just stay in the game, I said, tomorrow you're going to wake up feeling good. Like,
Royce was there, and I have to thank him. He's like, no, you're going to fight because you told me you're a fighter, so you're going to fight.
You got to stay in the game. Like, you're gonna hate yourself more if you withdraw when you wake up tomorrow and you feel good.
Chugged the Gatorade and went on the floor and finished the workout.
And in the end, yeah, he cleared the whole ladder and hit 350 in front of the crowd.
It's just hard being out in front of everyone, like failing again, and people don't really see the hard work that you've put in throughout the year, and it just looks like you haven't done any because you're stuck at the same movement again.
I didn't know if I was going to hit the first one. I did, surprise myself, hit the 2nd one, and then the 3rd one came, and it was just, the crowd was roaring. I was on the competition floor by myself, and I keep failing. In the midst of chaos, I was able to find God, and it was just so cool. And it's weird to say that, like, my favorite moment was a moment of failure. That was such a giant for me. My biggest fear, going out on the competition floor in front of thousands of people and not being capable. In that moment, I just closed my eyes and I could find peace. My identity doesn't lie by picking that barbell up. It was the most amazing thing, and I just saw that giant fall down. I've faced my fear in front of thousands of people. I've failed out here, and from that moment on, I felt like I could compete in a completely free space, and that is so powerful. Like, once you face that fear and you can defeat that, it's like an unstoppable feeling. And so I just feel like I'm gonna hold on to that and like know that no matter what, I already faced my fear, now it's just go time.
pitching a no-hitter. You put a lot of thought into that?
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, it's as bad as it sounds. There's going to be an event that we're not going to win. So really just kind of concentrating on beating the people in the lanes beside us. That's really what it is about at this point. Try to get some. What's nice is we have a little bit of a cushion now. You know, it was super stressful. You know, we won 4 events yesterday, but we only had a 21-point lead, which is kind of
that's crazy.
It's crazy. But after those last 2 events, we now have a 106-point lead or something like that. So it gives us a little bit of breathing room and like takes a little bit of the pressure off. Now we can go out there, still push really hard, but have a little bit more fun and not be as just kind of, I don't know, like it felt good to win 4 events yesterday, but at night, like going to bed, you're still kind of playing things in your head. You wake up in the middle of the night, you're trying to stay away from those thoughts, I guess, because the night before my brain was just rolling. So hopefully we can finish out the day strong today and have a pretty decent lead to where just be able to not relax, because we're still going to push. And,
enjoy yourself.
Enjoy, yeah, because it's what it is.
No one had ever won the first 4 events of a team competition at the Noble CrossFit Games, so CrossFit Mayhem has won the first 6. It's CrossFit Urban Energy that takes 100 points and the first team to knock off CrossFit Mayhem Freedom in 2021.
Back in the individual competition, Mayhem athletes flexed a skill they practice more often than most, doing work upside down. For Haley Adams, Bailey Rail, and Sam Cornier, it provided the much-needed redemption and points on the leaderboard that they were desperately hunting for.
The most fun event, I think, that was kind of the most rewarding for me as far as like a most improved was probably event 8, the handstand walk. In 18, when that event kind of with the parallel bars came out, I kind of choked up or just wasn't ready and couldn't finish it, and the finish was pretty average. A lot of people that were remarking, like other athletes to me, about how like impressed they were because I'm 230 pounds, heaviest guy on the field, but can do well in a handstand walk event. So that was pretty rewarding.
Bailey Rail is through, and she's going to stay on her hands. And Bailey Rail looking to set the new top mark as she is across. And she is now your leader with 2 heats to go.
Who needs to have a huge bounce back event is Haley Adams, who happens to be very good on her hands.
Haley Adams is in just ahead of Brooke Wells. So Haley Adams was able to edge out Wells at the finish, and that is gigantic for Haley Adams, as she'll take 2nd place in the event, 97 points.
It was really loud in there, and I just felt like I had started my comeback.
So yeah, super great. Really excited to finish out day 2 this way and head into the rest of the weekend.
What was your favorite part of the day?
Handstand walk, for sure. That was cool. I've never won a heat before by myself.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Well, I gave the most awkward hop, but that was as much adrenaline as I can. It was super cool whenever they were cheering for me to get that clean, and I just missed it. Maybe next time.
Everything I did today was literally the absolute best I could do. It was just 2 of the events were absolutely worst case scenario of the event, and that it happened to be 2 100-point scored events was even worse. So yeah. Worst case scenario, but at least that's over with. And now I'm like, literally everything else that is left, it has to be good, because that was the only thing that we were hoping, or we knew it was going to show up, but not in the way it did. So I definitely took a hit there, but I was really proud of my effort and everything else, and how I still did on event 6. I was happy with that.
Sadly for Sam Cornier, his circumstance of fighting physical battles on 2 fronts was catching up with him, aggressively.
Feeling lost in a haze of madness and regret. Feeling like there's no way out.
It sucks. It's hard to digest a little bit. I put so much work in the last year, did so much sacrifice to make my step on the podium for this year, and not being able to compete just because I'm sick of a stupid leg.
it sucks.
I don't think I'm lucky enough to make the cut today. I don't know where I finished. I don't know who finished in front or behind me, so it's hard to say, but I'm personally happy. I'm doing everything I can. My leg was burning me. I was out of breath, and I still fight in the run. I never had a run that hard before, so it sucks if I don't make the cut, but I'm happy for what I did today.
Haley's a great runner and she likes toe to bar, so.
Bailey loves endurance and loves gymnastics, so.
Look at us.
That's good. How is Haley feeling today?
She's really good, not that sore, amped up, ready to go.
How is Bailey feeling today?
Feeling good. I think she got her stride last night. She got comfortable.
Don't let the river run dry. Don't let the river run dry. Don't let the river. Bleeding hard on my sleeves, I roll them up instead. Don't let the river run dry. Too much work here left to do.
And now a sprint between Briggs and Haley Adams, and Adams is going to get the best of Samantha Briggs. Great result for Haley Adams as she comes across in third place.
Looks like all 3 athletes have a score on that lead score.
I didn't know what your lane was. I was like, I'm only going to beat her if my lane is closer.
I wanted to get those points and work that hard just to lose it on the sprint to the finish line. No.
Pegboard was slick. It was really hard, but that was not the workout, it was the burpees.
During the brief, I was like, this is literally the best workout ever for me. Like, heavy double unders, pegboard, couldn't be any better.
You get a little sketch sometimes, you're like, ooh, if I come down, I don't know if I can go back up.
I literally couldn't keep my feet on the wall, and it got to the point where like, it got so bad that they would literally just fly right off. It was just really frustrating, and I felt like at that point, I was just like, well, you just blew it.
Right before, I don't know if like the teams before us had water bottles out there, but both like in the blue in between the lanes, somebody kicked over water bottles, so there was water everywhere. So the pegboard wall was basically like, it felt like it had Crisco on it.
Are you guys still winning? I don't know, I'm just asking, man.
We have 177
So I haven't seen the leaderboard today.
We got 5th, 1st, and 5th. Like, it's not bad.
The finale of Day 3 brought athletes back to the Coliseum floor, where the big weights and a spotlight were rolled out for the marquee event of the weekend. For Mayhem and the entire athlete field, the big Australian Royce Dunn stood above the rest. He battled his way to the winner's circle and enjoyed every single moment.
I didn't feel physically at the time like I was going to make it much past 285. Other guys with similar snatches to me are falling apart. Feelings are a lie. My body's done this before. It's practiced it many times before. Don't let your head get in the way. Go out there and do what you train for.
I had no idea what I was going to be able to hit because when we were at Mid-Atlantic, that was our first event, we were fresh. 12 events into the CrossFit Games, so I'm like, I'm not sure if I'll be able to hit 165 or an 85, probably not.
So she's only attempted or hit this lift once or twice in her career.
And Haley Adams will stand that up. And this crowd wanted nothing more than to see that lift happen.
My favorite part is like the look on her face is just like pure determination.
I mean, under fatigue, I was thrilled to hit that. My best ever is 180, and we hit 170. Like, that was best ever. We were on day, I think it was 3, at the end of the day, in front of, like, this could be a very nerve-wracking thing.
There's no point getting emotional about this. Just go and do what your body has rehearsed 1,000 times before, and if it's good enough, it's good enough.
First attempt for Royce Dunn at 300.
However, it was ultimately a young rookie from Brazil who would steal the show, along with the hearts of the CrossFit Games fan base.
He had the manner of like, this is my event, I'm going to win it, and like, even if I'd hit the 305, the way he hit 305, 310 would have been a miracle for me. He would probably have gone to 330, so there's no shame in losing to him, in my opinion.
For the win! There is no doubt Athletes once again. Gabe Matheos' third event win of the 2021 Noble CrossFit Games.
300 pounds. It felt like 400 pounds.
What's up, dude?
Thanks, man.
Too bad there was a 10-year-old over there that was kind of strong, huh?
The most, like, the comforting thing was that if I hit 305, he would have just gone 310, 315, 320. There was no stopping that freight train.
That's what I said.
I was happy to be part of it.
Yeah.
So I was stoked that we just hit 300 together, because I was like, well, after Velda got out, I was like, the next lift could be it.
Yeah.
So 300 was pretty special. 305, I just ran out of steam. Yeah, like, I think he knew that it was his event, but
Sure.
It was just cool to be out there, and it was the slow creeping hand of time, you know. This young kid, he's feeling good. I'm lying on the bench, and I'm like, when I had my legs out straight, because if I bent my knee, it was starting to ache, and I was like lying there with straight legs, like, oh god, when this is gonna be over.
Froning's historic accomplishments in the sport of fitness are the stuff of legend. In a career that mirrored and helped to build the sport we love, the young man from Cookeville earned that legendary status through hard-fought battles, jaw-dropping domination, and a determination to give back to the community at every opportunity. When it was time to build a family, Froning shared his plan of easing up. But in Rich Froning's world, easing up means something slightly different.
Rich Froning and CrossFit Mayhem Freedom win the affiliate cup, and you've talked about this before, Tommy, but that Froning effect apparently is a real thing.
We're going to try to win another team championship. That's my goal. That's all of our goal, our team goal. Try to put ourselves in the best shape to do that again.
It's CrossFit Mayhem Freedom. I mean, they were on the war path last year. Are they just going to continue that streak?
Froning pivoted to team competition, where he continued to dominate. As the leader of CrossFit Mayhem Freedom, Froning has won 4 championships in 5 years. A gold medal in 2021 would be the 5th team title and his 9th overall.
When Rich Froning wants to win, not only does he win, but he dominates, and that's exactly what we saw here.
At this point in the competition, it was almost time to polish the trophy again. All that was left to do was seal the deal.
Blowed up.
Bob.
Should be doing more calf raises.
I know, right? Those are the training. Calf raises and wall walks next year. I'll tell you what do you think, like, nails on your hands are completely worthless?
Mm-hmm.
It basically saved me from cutting my thumb off, so just go.
Yeah, but it is still like,
it's
wow.
Really annoying. Cut right through like that.
Wow, what are we doing?
Cutting steak.
Fine day, how you feeling?
Feel good. Calves are a little taut.
Everybody's got the calves, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, what did we do yesterday that would get our calves?
Running.
Oh, yeah.
Mayhem right now just trying to kind of have that victory ride here. Rich Froning has won 8 times via a team or an individual here at the CrossFit Games, but this would be the first for the 3 competitors behind him. It is Mayhem, the team from Tennessee, that right now is the first to the worm with these 40 hang clean and jerks. Finishes though first, and Rich Froning and company trot across the line just in front of Urban Energy.
Fine. I'm really busy right now.
Out of Paris, Ontario,
Really
Canada,
busy.
5 reps to go to complete their 40. As we approach the remaining.
Busy. Shoulders hurt, my back hurts. I feel like a normal day 4. I'm hurt.
Normal day training.
Terrible, actually.
The team deadlift bar, where all 4 of you deadlift and work at the same time. Now, while you guys were just out there, did you notice anything on the rig? Plexiglass, Dave, responded Rich Froning. Yes, correct, Rich, plexiglass. Plexiglass, deadlift bar. Rich, once again, scored points for guessing. What did you say?
Diane.
Correct, Diane. Not just any Diane.
Team Diane, strict. Partner deadlifts. How does Mayhem do?
For sure, Rich is pissed right now. Team deadlift again. No, they're gonna win for sure. I mean, it's Mayhem.
Why is Rich pissed?
No, he doesn't like partner deadlift. Every time it's like it's back.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it, but yeah. He's competing, so he's part of the game now.
They are leading by 199 points. That's the largest margin of victory in games history to this point. Man, I can't wait to see these guys just demolish this event.
Deadlifts are done. Pro 1 is back over to the handstand push-ups. Meanwhile, Mayhem gets called back to the bar.
What's up? Good.
Rapidly approaching 30 seconds on the clock.
4 kids, you know, more dad bodish that goes, right?
Hey, no reps?
We got a couple no reps, but it was us.
Better than the worm, though?
30 seconds on the clock.
I'd like to be pissed when there was a deadlift.
No, this is way better. Worm deadlift.
Let's get behind our last two teams, Nordic and Urban Energy.
Yeah.
As we approach 10 seconds, make some noise, guys. Let's cheer them on. Motivating them to finish up, looking to get done with as much of event number 12.
Mayhem Freedom may have been coasting, but Haley Adams had her work cut out for her if she was going to accomplish her dream of reaching the CrossFit Games podium. A few unfortunate trip-ups made it appear those dreams were fleeting, and the first event of this day would also not be kind to the young athlete.
GGs didn't matter at all in that workout, or the burpees, honestly. It was if you could run with the yoke, if you're strong enough.
2-minute interval is underway.
3, 2, 1, full send.
Definitely bummed that she has like 3 strengths, burpees, sandbags, and GHCs, but then it's paired with like the money part of the workout being getting this yoke to move.
Haley Adams again, 5th place overall. She was only 14 points back of Annie Forrestdottir. And Haley Adams is now across.
Oh, my legs could barely like hold it up. When I went to pick it up, I went to just pick it up like I would here, because I've never done it that heavy, and I was like, oh my gosh, like you have to like brace yourself, and my legs were just giving out. You could see all the smaller athletes like out in the field, and we were just like struggling. But that was just like really frustrating because it was just so heavy that it wasn't even, I don't want to say it wasn't a hard workout, because it was, but it was just a yoke. So that was just really frustrating too, to not get to show other stuff off and just get cramped by another heavy thing.
I just want to hurt myself.
Heavy.
It was really heavy.
Yeah.
I try to make sure I was tight every time.
Just a reminder, if you signed up for a community event accepting here at North Park, go ahead and start checking us out.
That was a hard one for me. Like, it wasn't as gassy as I thought it would be, but it was the yoke was really hard for me. I don't think I'm good at yokes. I mean, relative to the field. I found it really hard to get my stability the first round.
Yeah.
Second round went better, and the third round was like desperation. But I just couldn't get that first round going anyway with my yoke. I dropped it like 3 times, so I think for me that was a good pace.
Yeah. Happy good start to the day though.
It is, yeah, that's good. Yeah. 2 more to go.
The Coliseum would once again set the stage for the finale, and a chance for one final dance with glory.
The next event that it was announced was a heavy deadlift and freestanding handstand push-up event. The mood changed a little bit going into that workout because once again it was heavy.
I was just kind of like bummed a little bit too. I mean that was, another pretty heavy deadlift on a short bar, which I was like, I'm just really tired of lifting.
6, 10, 14. Heavy deadlifts at 275, and then that freestanding handstand push-up that has pushed these athletes to the brink. We've seen for the last 3 heats between the men and the women.
Haley came back from that one, and this was kind of like the first time I saw her fully break down and just laid on her stomach and cried.
It kind of sucks when your like best isn't good enough, but you kind of have to like be okay with that, considering everything that was thrown at us. Like, it didn't stack up in my favor this year, and that's okay, but I still did really well no matter what the events are.
just excited to see like all our hard work pay off. Yep. And I get to see all the stuff that happens behind the scenes, all the hard work, and yeah, it's really exciting. That's incredible. 5th fittest woman in the world. It's awesome. It's been a weekend.
Yeah.
I feel better than I did last year. I guess that's something. I don't know. I think my CNS just fried from lifting so much.
Yeah.
That's what feels different. My body feels okay. So, yeah, I'm just whirlwind of emotions. Another year.
How do you feel about your finish?
I'm happy with how I did considering all the events that we were given. I did the best that I could. And while it might not be, thank you, while it might not be a podium finish, I did the absolute best that I could with what was given to me. And I can't ask for any more than that or be upset about that. And it just gives me something to work on again and just use it as motivation. But I do get to celebrate being the fittest American woman, which is really cool. So I will be proud of that.
All trophies carry with them great meaning. For this one, however, the emotions ran deeper, and the symbolic weight of the affiliate cup could be measured in the tons.
Try to get me emotional here, but Steve it's Hillary's uncle. Chase is Hillary's first cousin. You just gotta know the guy. Like, he was the nicest, coolest dude. I've got all my aunts and uncles and all that live in Michigan, and we're really close and big family, but I don't have them close. And so Steve, as part of Hillary's family, he was an uncle. Like, that guy would do anything for you. He was so fired up about Chase competing, and Chase grew up riding motorcycles, and Steve was there every weekend and supported that. And so I think he just loved watching Chase compete. And so when Chase decided to start competing and doing some stuff with us on Independence, and Chase actually made it to regionals as an individual.
They're in lane number 8, and Chase will bring it in.
And so Steve loved that. He just loved it. Well, I guess it was in 18. I saw him that day, and he was at the gym and kind of asking questions, and it sucks because he was like, I just feel good right now. I feel good. And we had to train with Rich that weekend, and he was there that morning, and then that afternoon we got a call and said he had a heart attack and passed away. I've lost people close to me, like I lost my grandma, my cousins, and stuff like that. But I think the first time as an adult, and the first time in like probably 10 or 15 years, I've lost somebody super close to me, and that was hard. For Steve, for Big Steve this year, and like I said, Chase, we want to kind of get Chase there and carry him over the top.
CrossFit Mayhem will take a victory lap on their way to their 5th Games Championship. CrossFit Mayhem, they are done with their 90 chest bar pull-ups. They will advance to the worm. They are trying to break their own record for margin of victory at the CrossFit Games. They won by nearly 200 in 2019. Right now, they lead by 219. Final few lunges for Rich Froning and CrossFit Mayhem, and make some more room in the trophy case in Cookeville. CrossFit Mayhem, they are your 2021 Affiliate Cup champions.
Obviously, there's a lot of storylines that go on. We want Taylor and Andrea had been to the games how many times and tried to win it. So it was cool that they got a little bit of a redemption there. It was cool that Steve got to be up there with us on the podium, and then Chase with Steve. So it was pretty cool.
Proud of them, proud of the whole team and the way everything went with everything and all the changes this year, and after COVID to see him out there and know he was enjoying it, and for Chase to be out there and all that, it was a lot.
This is gonna be the 9th time Rich just stood on top of the podium. Does it ever get old for you?
No, I still cried. Ask Rory, I still cried up there. It's emotional because it's not just, every year's different. Every year's another obstacle. Every year's
it's just a new memory, and it's new family that he's gathered together to make it what it is.
I know, finally.
Yeah.
Well, it's been into 2018. We've been non-stop training.
Yeah.
So
How's it feel to get it done?
It's a relief.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So stoked. The first day is Rich and I coming from probably mid-pack to win the swim and win the first event. That's always good. And then their epic finish on the thruster workout, coming back from second place to win that one. Gosh.
How about just standing on the podium, man?
Yeah, that too.
That's the realization of a dream, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Once again, the Affiliate Cup trophy would make its way back to Cookeville, Tennessee, taking its place on one of the most prolific trophy cabinets in CrossFit Games history. But unlike the rest of the hardware, ownership of the cup is only temporary, and its home is never permanent. In order to maintain ownership, Froning and Mayhem Freedom have some decisions to make. 9 is a fine number indeed. But 10, yeah, there's just something about 10. Froning's eyes are already focused ahead.
I'm going to be training anyway. I mean, especially if, Bailey and Tyler are here, Haley's here, Luke, Angelo. It's not like I can sit around and just watch them work out all the time. So I'll be working out, so I might as well do something with it, right? I'll do something with all this fitness, I guess.
Done the award ceremony yet? Where are you going?
We're gonna go to the taco bar.
Oh man, you're going the wrong way. Isn't that a golf game to play or what?
Dude, man, just trying to beat the crowd. We've seen it a million times. Come on.
Don't dude man me.
Don't you dude man.